Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sue Photog over the Archie pic. Our home privacy was invaded. So recently we saw Doria walking Archie on the driveway of the Tyler Perry house where she's allegedly living full-time. I don't believe that. The cards say she's not doing that. She has her own home just down the street. Why wouldn't she stay at her own home with her lesbian lover and just drive over whenever she felt like it? And Meghan has nannies, full-time nannies, plus all this security. Okay, so it really looked like a staged photo. Archie was wearing like a parka, and Doria was wearing shorts and a blouse for summer. So Archie looked dressed for winter, and Doria looked dressed for summer. It looked very photoshopped, and the cards indicated that it was very photoshopped. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are pissed about a paparazzi shot of their son Archie, which they say was snapped in their own backyard, so now they're suing, TMZ has learned. Harry and Meghan say they took extensive measures to ensure their privacy at their new home in LA, putting a large mesh fence around the property to guard against telephoto lenses. Still, according to the lawsuit, an unnamed photog recently, quote, crossed the red line for any parent by shopping pics of Archie. In docs obtained by TMZ and filed by celebrity lawyer Michael Klump of the Klumps, the former royals say the photos are being shopped as if they were shot during a public outing in Malibu. So they're public figures, they can be photographed outside in the public square. But this is not the public square, this is their privacy of their home, and so there is an expectation of privacy. And remember the pictures of Kate, okay, where she was topless sunbathing in France. Apparently there was some expectation of privacy. There was a privacy fence around, and that guy had to have a telephoto lens 6 feet long to get that shot, and really staking them out. Anyway, and they won. But they say Archie has not been anywhere in public, let alone Malibu, since they moved to Los Angeles. They say the photog is purposely lying about the location because the person knows unsolicited photos of a young child in the privacy of his own home are very much unlawful. So it's not legal to take pictures, to invasively take pictures of a child in the home. And the laws are specific in California because they have a lot of paparazzi in California. Sources connected to Meghan and Harry say the intrusion went down at the Tyler Perry Beverly Hills estate where the former royals are staying. What makes that especially weird, Tyler's house is in a gated community and he lives at the back, the furthest point from the front gate, making it especially hard for an intruder to go detected. So literally this guy, this paparazzi has to get in the front gate, navigate past all the private security, and they have a lot, all the way to the very back because the Tyler Perry house is at the very back, and all the while go unnoticed and then get the picture. So I, like probably everyone else, thought that these were staged photos. Okay, so they're saying, Harry and Meghan are saying, some media outlets have flown drones a mere 20 feet above the house as often as 3 times a day. So they're saying that this is a drone photo and they're getting these photos by drones. They also say helicopters do flyovers and some photogs have cut holes in their security fences. Archie's mom and dad point out in the suit it's their choice when and how they share photos of their boy and say they have posted pics of him on social media in order to reduce the bounty for paparazzi photos. This is the most secret baby in the history of secret babies. They're suing for invasion of privacy and also want an order for the photog to turn over the photos. They don't know if anyone's purchased the shots yet, but they say they're putting all media on notice. The photos were illegally taken and not in Malibu. They already showed up in the Sun and the Daily Mail, so they were purchased, obviously, and I'm not going to print this picture, and this TMZ is not showing us the photo here because Meghan and Harry copyright everything. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This is not the picture of Doria pushing Archie in his parka. Doria's wearing either shorts or capri pants, with the bottoms of her legs showing. Very summery. She's dressed very summery. He's dressed in like a parka. So that's odd. That really looks photoshopped to me. But And so that says to me, set up, and they wanted this to come out. They want us to believe that Doria's living with Meghan and Harry, which I don't believe she is living with Meghan and Harry. That doesn't make any sense. They want us to believe that it's the happy family narrative, and Doria loves Meghan and Harry so much that she's living at their, borrowed mansion, when she has her own house right down the street. So why are Meghan and Harry suing again? Because they sue everybody. They were, they transferred the money from the charity to Travelist and LLC, and people pointed it out like, hey, that's embezzlement, and immediately they stated they would sue, and then they ate their words a day later. They sue everybody. It's like they don't have brains or something. So why are they suing for this? Because this looks like set up pap shots, and literally every time we see a picture of Meghan or Meghan and Harry or or Archie, it's paid pap shots. It's back grid. Okay, so why are they suing? Because I have a hard time believing that they didn't tell these paps to take these shots. I really have a hard time believing this. Just see what we've got. Why are they suing? Scapegoat, blaming, victim narrative, manifesting the victim narrative, and very emotionally. 23 plus 8, 31 in the world. So this is the constant victim narrative. There are paparazzi parked outside my house and poking holes in the gates, and we're putting up all this security fencing, and they're flying drones, and everybody just wants to look inside my mansion and see me naked and take pictures of Archie. This is the victim narrative. And the other thing it does is it says that Meghan is an incredibly desirable person, that people are always trying to peep in on her. And when she was on Suits, she was calling constantly saying that people were trying to break in, people were taking photographs of her, and the police, were like, she's kind of a little cuckoo. That's not happening. She's kind of a little cuckoo. But this is the victim narrative, and it's manifested. It's crossed by the Magi, manifesting this very emotional victim narrative. Behind is blocked, okay, and stopped. They have blocked and stopped. They're trying to make something happen. They're not getting anywhere in Hollywood. They're blocked and stuck. They're not getting anywhere in Hollywood. They're not getting the big speaking engagements. They're not getting the big acting roles. She got the one thing on Elephant, and she feels really stuck. She's trying to make something happen by putting herself in the news with the emotional victim narrative. What's in the future? Olive tree, mustard seed, hamster wheel. This is, aces are new, establishing the new deep roots over the long term. 17, 5 hearts. So she's really trying to, so I asked why? Why is she suing? She's feeling stuck. It's all a victim narrative, and she's trying to establish a new long-term rooting in Hollywood. She's trying to establish herself. So she's just getting herself in the paper. Yeah, she's just getting herself in the paper. Is this a money-making scam? Okay, do they keep suing, and saying, oh, well, they'll just settle, because most people will settle. They'll write you $1 million check, and they don't admit any fault, and you don't admit any fault. Nobody, it's not, I'm sorry, you're sorry, we're all sorry, but nobody admits anything. And there's $1 million check that goes into your bank account. That, is that a scam? Like, I think that Meghan thought that the Daily Mail would settle, but the Daily Mail is not settling, and they're digging up a lot of great dirt through the discovery process. Oh my, that's not good for Meghan. That is not good for Meghan. They're digging up everything in the discovery process, and it's entirely legal, and now Meghan is screaming about it. So is this a money-making scam for Meghan and Harry? Because I don't think Harry thinks like this. Why would he? He's never had to earn a penny in his whole life. Okay, he's not a hustler for money. Oh my goodness. Is this a money-making scam? Well, on the surface, handcuffs, binding, communication binding, 11, 5, 16, 4 spades, dead bodies in the coffin. So, Crossroads, committed to communicating at the crossroads, getting her name in the paper as frequently as possible, and she has ulterior motives. So she's just, one way to get Meghan's name constantly in front of you is to file a lot of lawsuits. So is this a money-making scam? It's all about getting her name out on the crossroads constantly, and that's her motivation. Good or bad, her name is in your face all the time. What's underneath? Very disturbing cards underneath. Coffin, snake, player, incubus, succubus, and executioner. Player is actor, actress, but it's also running plays. So coffin and snake. Hidden motives, hidden vengeful motives. You can't say anything bad about me, running play after play. 6 spades and executioner. Organized plan, organized selfish plan. So she got all the bad cards here. The only bad card she didn't get is 10 spades, but she got 4 spades, which is very similar. So we have organized secret plans, okay, deep underlying hidden nefarious motives and selfishness and running plays. She is just doing all of this. Is this a money-making scam? This is like organized crime. So she has all kinds of ulterior motives. And her motive, her main motive, is to get her name in the papers all the time, good or bad. And she has all of what she's really doing is hidden under the surface. So she believes by keeping her name in front of you at all times, this is a form of fame. Okay, just like Iron Man, what's his name? And he's a great actor, but he was caught for drugs. He wrecked his car or something, went to prison for it. Downey Jr., Robert Downey Jr. But then he reformed. He got off of all that junk, and now he's just an amazing actor. He's actually an amazing actor. He's really, 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 really good. So let's ask. So it seems like that's her scheme. She has all kinds of ulterior motives. Meghan and the photographer. Meghan and the paparazzi who took and I'm not even going to show you the actual picture with Doria and Archie in his parka. Okay, I'm not even going to do that because my video will be demonetized. So is this a stage photograph? Did Meghan arrange this photograph? I want to see if they're connected. Did Meghan arrange this photograph? Meghan. Wow. Well, I'm looking for 2s. There's the 2. The photographer. Is there a connection? Because this looks staged to me. Did Meghan stage this? Well, we have the 2 diamonds. Permanent relationship and marriage. And this is another marriage card. And firm foundation. 11 and 2. 13. 4 hearts. Family. Here's the 4 hearts. These 4 hearts is people close to you or in your environment. These are family. These are friends. These are close association. Long-term, permanent close association and connection and foundational. These are people, these are Hollywood people that Meghan got rid of the TIG, Meghan got rid of all these things, but she never got rid of them. She didn't get rid of her agent, she didn't get rid of her lawyers. her lawyers and these people have like permanent relationships with her. And this is what it's showing. This is Meghan's permanent foundation in Hollywood. These photographers, she has a permanent ongoing relationship with them, like close friends, and it's a financial relationship, 4 diamonds, 2 diamonds, financial, but it's like a marriage. Okay, is there a link between Meghan and the photographers? It's like a marriage. It's like the same person. In a marriage, the two become one. Not anymore, because we live in a weird world. But it's like a marriage. It's like Meghan herself is taking these photos. These are people, the photographers, this was not just staged. This is like Meghan herself. This is a permanent relation, a permanent ongoing relationship she has with these photographers. So this whole lawsuit thing is going to be BS, because it's like Meghan suing herself. She's getting her name in the paper. Now that's not the case with the Daily Mail, and the Daily Mail's fighting back. And oh boy, I think she's really in over her head there. Okay, what do we have on the photographer side? Money. The key is money. It's an official relationship for money. 18 and 826 from outside. They intervene officially at key times for money. Okay, so she calls them up and she says, I want you to come and take some pictures, and they go and do it. And they can, this is just business for them. This is their business. It's entirely business. And they know that they know about all the deception, and this is their business. Okay, Backgrid and Splash Media, that's what they do. They take fake paparazzi photos. Okay, these people might actually be closer. They may not be well-known fake paparazzi, but Meghan has a permanent ongoing relation. They're fake paparazzi. Okay, what do we have up here in the underlying situation? 8, 2 spades. We have home and 4-leaf clover. Very closely associated people, opportunistically acting, but separate from Meghan. She can say, oh, I don't know that. So the whole lawsuit is faked. Okay, Meghan has a constant ongoing relationship with these fake paparazzi, and that was a staged photograph. Disturbing. Okay, now Meghan's new neighbors in the Tyler Perry private gated community, she's naming them, and they're very famous people, and they don't want their names dragged into this. How are the neighbors feeling about their new neighbors, you know, Meghan and Harry, who are just mansion surfing and may be gone tomorrow? Are they delighted with their new famous neighbors? Or are they annoyed? Or are they like, something is rotten here? They're so weird. We never see them. We never see Harry. We never see Archie. We never see them out and about. They're so weird. You know, how are the neighbors feeling about Meghan and Harry? And, you know, being named like in their complaint and used for this kind of thing. You know, how are they feeling about all this? These are interesting cards. How are the neighbors feeling about all this? Straight razor, water into wine, fence sitter, reacting to these decisions, 6 and 8, 14, 4 diamonds, reacting emotionally to these decisions. Reacting very emotionally to these decisions. They feel it's all based on emotions. Look at all these hearts. Man, woman, child, close relationship, big change. Okay, they're like, they feel that it's entirely emotional. It's about Harry and Meghan and Archie, and the close relationships there are affected by these paparazzi. So they're believing the narratives. They believe that it's all just, it's a decision based entirely on emotion, and that's all they know about it. They believe it's entirely emotional. 8 hearts can be a deceptive card. Can be. So a lawsuit based on emotion. They just feel that this is acting entirely on emotion. okay, bringing the law in for emotion. They're not seeing any schemes or scams. They're not feeling like they're dragged into it. They're not resisting or going with it. They're just feeling like, hey, they're upset and they're telling us how upset they are, and that's okay. You know, that's Hollywood. People talk about their feelings a lot in Hollywood because it's a very creative environment. Okay, let's review. Why are they suing? Well, this is the victim narrative. Meghan is weaving this emotional victim narrative because it's not working out in Hollywood. They're really stuck, and she's trying to establish herself long term. So all these lawsuits suing everybody, this is a big part of her long-term plan to establish her name in front of you and become super famous. Okay, is this a money-making scam? On the surface, many hidden motives. It's just getting her name out in public, and all of this, it's really, 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 it's like organized crime. It's all underhanded cards underneath. It's like organized crime. It's a plan by organized crime to deceive you and get her name in front of you at all times by hook or crook, or any, you know, she'll plant dead bodies on the Tyler Perry mansion and say, I don't know where these dead bodies came from. Come and film them, you know, and create a media storm. So it's extremely underhanded, and I'm going to say she's going to continue suing everybody and anybody she can because it gets her name on an ongoing basis in front of the public. Was this set up pap shots? Absolutely. This is a permanent, ongoing relationship. This is just a business relationship for them. They realize what they're doing and how important this is, but it's purely for money. It's a business relationship, but these are very closely associated people. They're so closely associated that the cards are, if I was asking about a marriage, these are great marriage cards on Meghan's side. It's a marriage. These people have been with Meghan all along and will be with her to the bitter end. This is her toolkit of people to spread news about her at will. She has people on call at all times to spread the news about her and get her name in front of you all the time. Are the neighbors pissed at them? No, they just feel that it's very emotional. Okay, and Meghan is just flying off the handle emotionally, that, you know, and they're just taking it at face value. They're not even questioning anything. They're not upset. They're not happy about it. They're just, you know, hey, do what you want to do. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author, playing card, divination, fortune telling, the Magi method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe.